Welcome back
back.
to Best of Kin. I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Kaden.
I didn't do it right, did I?
And we're Best of
Best of
Kin.
Kin. Oh, I really ruined it.
It's
I kind of
okay.
want to actually
It's going to
start
be
over
okay.
completely, but
No, it's fine.
Kaden doesn't like starting over.
I don't at all.
Kaden, is it because you have to edit it and it is harder to
No.
edit? Or you're like, it's in the moment, it's canon,
Yeah.
we're live.
Exactly.
He does not let me edit anything, you
Some
guys.
people
It's terrible.
I will probably laugh at that.
Sometimes.
Or just even a little like,
I will lose sleep at night sometimes because I'll be like, did I say that like on the pod? Did I say that off the pod? Can he edit it? He won't edit it out if I said it on the pod.
I
I'm
see what
like,
you're saying.
I'm not sure the things we talk about if they're about to be broadcasted
Nothing's
or
real
not.
anymore.
Nothing is
No, I
real.
know. It happens. I can't even talk to my friends about anything because
They're like,
I know.
yeah, I know. And
Yeah, and then they'll go on in more detail about it because
they're like, I do not care.
no,
Just kidding.
just because we talked about it.
Yes.
Like a certain conversation or topic, and they'll just bounce off ideas of what we discuss in the pod. And
Wow, it's like art meets life.
life, yeah, reality.
The art of life.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm better now. It was quite the week of
We haven't
depresso
spoken much
espresso.
this week because I feel like I know like what you're going through mentally because it's a pattern. This is a
Maybe
behavioral pattern. Why don't you
post
tell us about it?
festival.
Well, can I just get mine out of the way because mine will take 3 whole seconds and
Mine
then you
won't.
can just go,
Yeah,
you
go
know?
ahead.
I think the way you spend New Year's Eve says a lot about who you are as a person. I think that everyone has a different thing they like to do. This year, Logan had it off, which is rare. He usually works Christmas Eve, and we were in bed by 10.
You mean New Year's Eve?
Wait, what did I say? Christmas Eve?
Christmas
Yes,
Eve.
New Year's Eve. We were in bed by 10. We didn't even watch a ball drop. We did not do a countdown. There was no kiss. We literally fell asleep and just went to bed.
Yeah.
Sienna went to bed at she goes to bed at like 7:30. So it was just.
That's what happens when you're together for 10 years.
I mean, we still do fun things. I feel like you make it seem like we don't do anything fun.
I didn't say that. I said it makes sense.
But it's like for a New Year's Eve with a kid, it's like I don't want to pay for a babysitter. Also, yeah, we were just tired. It was like we just were down for going to bed early and having a nice little break. So that was my whole update on that.
Yeah, there's no need to put so much I guess meaning behind the whole ball drop.
Totally.
Because then you're just setting yourself up for disappointment or lack of
Was last year the year that you worked and then tried to make it to midnight, like to a midnight
yeah,
thing?
I worked, tried to go to my friend's house via Uber. And oh gosh, it was so close, but the Uber pulled up at 12:02. So in that sense, like trying to make it in time, yeah, there was a lot of. I mean, it's funny because something happened this year very similar to that.
I haven't heard a single thing about your New Year's Eve weekend.
Oh gosh.
And I don't think we need like every single moment. Maybe you can give me every single moment later,
details.
But give us the high level weekend.
Day 1, the 30th. Yeah, oh gosh, started at the pregame of the party bus I was on. Pregame got pretty wild. I've never drinking so much alcohol throughout that whole week in my entire life.
You're kidding.
But I think it was based on the other influences I was under that it just felt like it didn't even like affect me or make me feel hungover or like even drunk.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah, but
what
I
a
look
toll
back and
that
I'm
takes
just
on
like,
your body.
oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Yeah, the 30th was great though. It was really fun. I mean, every DJ was a good time.
Kaden went to Decadence. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, it's Decadence, Arizona Festival. Had VIP, had table service. Luckily, because of our good friend John and TJ. I mean, bottle service. Like,
if you're gonna go like that.
Oh, yeah, no, it's.
Nothing
I've heard
compares.
people that were in GA just like, oh, it was so shit, it was so hell, it was so packed. Which I will put up. I wish I could show you, but I'll do it in the video. But there is a clip of me on because it's like a massive tent, right? You see the front of the stage, and then it's just this tent, very narrow, and there's 2 decks near the front of the stage that are higher up, and that's where like the VIP tables are, and the lookout decks, balconies. And near the end of the night, day one, I was on it, and like I just kind of panned, and it was just insane the amount of people that were there.
Mm.
Just so many heads, and obviously being on psychedelics, it was like I could not believe what I was seeing.
Yeah. Trippy.
Extremely. But so much because I was tripping like all weekend, and it was just a lot to think about. And especially day two, I took 2 tabs of acid, and at the at like 11:52, I tried to find someone.
Mhm.
I was I was at
You're like,
I
"Oh,
was at
oh."
Wax Motif, who was a DJ, and Slander was playing on the main stage, and I was telling my friend, I was like, "I'm about to go on a side quest. You can't follow me. I'm going solo. This is gonna be hard." But yeah, I was gonna try and just go find someone.
And how did that go?
It didn't go well at all. I
Okay.
went to main stage. It was
Like, it didn't
it was
happen?
so packed,
Yeah.
and people were so rude. And this was
And
like
it's
me. This is me
loud.
in GA, right? I'm not even VIP. And I was like, "Fuck, I need to go back to
You
the
couldn't
table."
find someone in VIP?
I mean, I could have, but I was like already like kind of running
Okay.
around.
Okay. It was desperate
It was a lot.
times.
It was a lot going on.
Right.
I mean, so much is happening. So much stimuli all around.
Mhm.
Anyway, I was like, God damn it, I'm just gonna go back and find my friends at the table. It's
Mhm.
11:58, and there's a VIP entrance that goes behind the stage all the way along it, and then kind of brings you back in on the other side. And it was so surreal because I was tripping so hard, and I went like way to describe it. I was like just seeing so many fractals, like every object had like 3 layers of light that
Mhm.
was constantly breathing and pulsing.
Mhm.
But it was
Classic.
all good. It was all like such a good feeling. And I remember running behind the stage, and I'm hearing three, two, one. And I'm literally, I'll show you this alleyway I was running down. I was all by myself. It was like so quiet back there, but like I can just hear everyone, the ball drop, everyone was saying happy new year, like everyone was like yelling and screaming and celebrating. But I was like, it was almost like a moment of peace too. I was like happy for everyone. I didn't need to be with
You were
anyone.
like, but you were by yourself.
Yeah, and it was I was running to behind the stage, going to the other side of the table in this alleyway. It
And
was
you
outside of the
it's
tent
like a
behind
movie
us.
moment.
It
You'd be like,
so was. There's a
3,
lot of movie moments,
2,
and just hearing
1.
go
Happy New Year. And you're
confetti
like,
and all that. And I can't even see anything yet because I'm behind the
right,
stage.
right.
But it was okay. It was enough for me, like to hear everyone else's that was
Sure.
happy in their celebration. I was like,
Sure.
it's okay.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah. And then I
And
got
on
to the
that note,
table, and then TJ was so excited to see me and his girlfriend. And they just opened up a bottle of champagne. And
oh, gorgeous, gorgeous.
And yeah, it was just like a lot of self reflection though. A lot seeing like a lot of couples together just made me really appreciate people's dynamics together, and it's really like lucky. They're so lucky that they basically found someone they can
They can make it work with.
mesh with so well together.
Yeah.
It was a lot of those thoughts. It was just
Yeah.
so much in thought, and I didn't get home till like 5 a.m. each day.
Whoa.
But given the all the substances and whatnot, obviously there's that come down. So I was a zombie day one, or sorry, Monday the first.
Yeah.
I was literally in bed till 5 p.m.
Mhm.
It
Recovery
was
like
so weird. Then I was like, "Oh, I gotta see some daylight." So I went
mhm.
outside, and it's like already getting dark.
Sunset.
And then the next 2 days I had to work, and I still didn't feel like myself. I mean, just you have zero
Mhm.
serotonin,
Mhm.
and it's not like, "Oh, I wish it never ended," or I used to be like that.
You did. Yes.
I wish it was like, "Oh my god, I wanted to just go back so bad," but
Yes.
I just appreciate the time, and I know it's gonna come to an end. So
Yeah.
I definitely gotten better at that. But now it was just I didn't have any control over any dopamine I had,
Right.
and it was kind of just frustrating. I was trying to fix it, but you just have to
You just have to
know it's
know
gonna be over,
that it
but
is
you
what it
have to wait
is.
it out.
Yeah.
So I was literally been a zombie, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm
Today,
about
maybe as
there.
of today, we're like almost back up
As of
on the
last
up.
night,
Okay.
maybe, yeah, today for sure, and then most likely tomorrow. I mean, I feel like also 2 days I don't go. I mean, I shouldn't put so much pressure on it. Days I don't go to the gym, I don't know. I feel like I'm not at my best
Everyone
mentally.
needs rest.
It's not even that though. It's like this release,
Mhm.
It's like maybe people that like love to do yoga or meditate every day. I don't
You're
know.
sweating out toxins.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like that little bit better.
Yeah.
So,
So you've been going to the gym, is
but
that what you're saying?
because of the weekend, it's this cycle of I think just trying to catch up
Mhm.
back in like a circadian rhythm or
Mhm.
any routine, and so I've just been so tired. No matter how much sleep I get when I
Mm.
wake up,
It's like
I'm just like I
you're
want to
so
sleep
behind.
so much more, but I know I have things to
Yeah.
do. blah. But yeah, no, we're getting better. It was overall though, it was a great experience. It was
Yeah.
fun hanging out with
Glad you did
coworkers,
it.
seeing friends I haven't in a while, and I just my whole mindset was, I think I already told you this prior to it happening, but I'm just literally gonna do what I want. Like
Was just to have a good time.
it wasn't like, all right, I have to go to the bathroom. Let's have the whole group come. I'm like, I'm going to the bathroom. Stay here. Like, don't. If you don't want to stay here, then go. Like, go to the other
Yeah.
stage. It's okay. I'm gonna stay here. Stuff like that. And it was
Yeah.
really nice. That part of it really just did it for myself, and it was
Had a great time.
it was good. Yeah.
Love to hear that.
And I also don't like putting pressure on feeling like, oh, I feel like shit. What a great way to start the year. You know.
Right. We're like, new year, old me.
Even with the talking about the resolution episodes, it was the same thing. Like I've already tried to been practicing before
Yeah.
this whole
Right.
new year, but it is weird. It doesn't feel like it has in the past years. Where
Really?
I mean,
How does it feel in
I
past
feel
years for
though
you?
as if I've put so much meaning around it.
Yes.
And I've been looking back at like journal entries and whatnot,
Ooh.
like 3 years ago. I was saying
Oh
the
my God.
same stupid shit,
Really? Which was what?
which is kind of sad. Calorie deficit, wake up early, go on a run.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Since like 2022.
But it's like, when are we going to realize that we need to be flexible in life, because we cannot be too strict in too strict of routines. I mean, you can try really hard, but like, I mean, maybe this is my perspective because we have a small child now who like rules our routines pretty much. Like, we have to just do whatever is around her nap schedule. But even trying to build schedules and routines, things just happen. Things just keep popping up and we have to keep like shifting, you know? So
Yeah, you have to adjust
I don't know if I will
nonstop.
ever be like, every single day I woke up early. Every single day I did this. Every day, like 3 days a week I did this every single week for the year. It's like,
I don't think so either, but
of course, nice to have intentions, but
it's the fact that you're just still trying. It's not, that's what
yeah.
I
And that's
saw it
not
as.
sad. That's like, you know,
You never,
look how far you've
you never
come.
quit if you're still trying,
But look how far you've
or
come
you
from
never
2 years
failed.
ago. It's like,
Yeah, I know.
there's no end to reach. You're just always like working on it.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, I have. It is different from 2 years ago, but it's just funny
Yeah.
that I was saying the same thing
Mm-hmm.
to an
I
extent.
stopped writing down my resolutions, honestly.
I mean, it wasn't even resolutions. I'm saying just a
Just
journal
goals.
entry, like as of
Oh, oh,
yesterday,
oh, oh, oh,
like my
oh, oh, oh.
to-do list for the day.
Got it.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Oh
I
my
don't do that.
gosh, really?
It was very similar. Yeah, I
Interesting.
guess that's just like blaming on routine.
Mm-hmm.
But because last year, oh yeah, I was here in this apartment
Yeah. At this time, right? This
until
time
the
last year.
20th. Yeah,
Dark
which is a
times.
lot. Yeah, such a fast year, but if back in
But
hindsight, you're
like,
like, holy
quite a lot
fuck,
has
so
happened
much
this
happened that
year.
year.
Yeah. Last year, I mean. Crazy.
Change,
Change within ourselves, change around us.
which is a given.
Lots of change in Phoenix, things going up, things coming down. I'll go to even just like up Central Ave, and like businesses that have been here since I moved out here 7 years ago, maybe more than that now, gone. Businesses that I used to post about on my blog, gone. Things are just ever evolving in
Yeah, I'm
Phoenix.
just curious. I'm really interested in seeing the next like evolution of it. I mean, isn't there gonna be some? Did you name some theme park, right?
In Glendale, there's going to be a Mattel like resort and like park
Mm-hmm.
for kids.
Oh wait, I saw.
It's like,
It's already going up.
yes, it's
I've
already
seen
going
it.
up. Yeah, it'll be.
It's
It's
a
supposed to be up
resort.
soon. Yeah, it's a resort
Yeah, there's a
with
roller
like a little theme park.
coaster
Yes, with a
right
little
next to
theme
the
park.
Carnival Stadium.
There's a little
That's
Barbie
what
land.
sucks though. Is like I think I was just driving over there the other day, recently, like maybe a week ago, and it's really going up over there. I'm talking developments
Glendale.
everywhere. Yeah, but it's like I just know it'll never
It'll just never be where
be
I want
like
to
the
be.
East Side.
No.
No, Team East Side, baby.
Team East.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been doing
but the
reflecting on
East
that
is
too,
expensive,
like
so I've been thinking a lot of, okay,
location.
every location. Every episode almost, it's funny that we've been bringing everyone along this journey, because we're like, what do we do? What do we do?
Stay
Okay, let's
tuned.
just accept where we're at. And then we're in this place of acceptance, but I'm a little bit back where I was of like,
Well, I still, in my heart, I feel
where do I
it
want to
being tugged
go?
by Oregon, dude. Like,
We just
I
need to
don't
go and
care
get
if
out
it's
of our
romanticized.
system.
Like I want to be like, why don't we not want to go where we're from?
Okay, let's just go to Oregon and see how we feel about Oregon once we're there
Mm-hmm.
instead of get too caught up emotionally and mentally in the idea of it. Um,
But that goes for like a
but
lot of places, like
I also am like, I do really think I want land and like a little mini farm and the chickens. And I do want those things.
yeah,
I just can't have that in Phoenix.
it's not sustainable.
And I don't think I want to live outskirts Phoenix. If I'm going to live outskirts, I'm going to live somewhere with better year-round
No, I was
weather.
gonna say yeah. There's no reason to go.
There's no reason.
Like you have to stay within the 101 freeway,
Okay.
which is a perfect circle.
Yeah.
Everywhere outside of that is the
Uh-huh.
outskirts, and it's well, might as well just go somewhere
Might as
else.
well move to another state. That's where I'm at. But
Wh-
Logan's my I mean, our income is so weird, is the tough part. It's not necessarily something we can transfer. My income is largely based in my network in Phoenix, like the people I know, the businesses I've
Mhm.
worked with, the word of mouth that's spread in Phoenix, and then Logan's is very specifically that restaurant
However, I
doing what
do
he's
feel
doing.
like that's the thing though. If you wanted to go somewhere else where he could be at a restaurant is at the same caliber or if not better, you'd have to be in a nicer area as well, in a
More
different state.
expensive cost of living.
Yeah, in a sense.
That's the thing. If he were to go somewhere of equal like income, we would have to pay more living expenses. Like there's nowhere he can go where he can make what he's making at the level of expenses we're living at. And that's why part of the reason I feel stuck here.
Or even if those expenses were more, your networking could be, I guess, multiplied in a faster speed
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else where your like niche and aesthetic would
Carry over.
flourish
But starting over
and
in a new
carry over.
area,
Yeah,
there's
I'm thinking like
there's
California,
going to
honestly.
be like
I feel like
a
you would do
couple
well out there.
years. But there's already so many people like me out there.
Not like you.
One of a kind, baby.
Don't put yourself
No,
at a lower
but the
standard.
cost of living in California is so astronomical that it would price me out of every area, no matter
And that's
what.
why the recession is coming.
And that's why
The
I'm going to look
election
at those
year.
foreclosed homes
Oh
in
yeah,
two
it's
to
another
three
thing too.
years. I know. I saw a really
But
nice foreclosed home the other day.
with all that though, like it's chaos is going to
Perhaps
ensue,
it'll be
but
like a
everything will
perfect
become cheaper.
storm,
Yeah, exactly is what I'm saying.
like when we're ready to move, the home inventory
Precisely.
will be better.
So this is your year.
This is my year
Prepare
to prepare, right?
for the
Totally.
change, like location. Because
Okay.
you've been here for how long in this apartment?
6 fucking years. I've never lived anywhere 6
No way.
years. No.
It's 2024, right? Maybe so. Come
This is the
May
6th year. Yeah, come May it'll be 6
2018.
years.
The fuck? I moved here when I was 21. No way.
Isn't
22.
it really weird though just how COVID has completely taken a chunk out of everyone's lives? Like
Well, it's like
I'm 30.
BC and AC. It's
No, literally.
before COVID,
And
after
after
COVID.
yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking
Whoa.
like,
BC 19.
yeah.
My
I
speaker
know.
just popped.
You good?
Oh yeah. So good. Okay. In terms of life update, I know we just did a little New Year's Eve recap, but there are like other things,
For me?
for me.
Oh yeah. Why don't you? Yeah.
That's what I'm doing now. Logan and I watched Maestro.
Why? The last episode, we literally
Why?
said we're gonna watch it together.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Oh my God. If you say it was on the last episode, I'll have to look
It
for the
really
evidence.
was.
But
No, I promise. 'Cause I was.
okay, first of all, sorry. Second of all, we weren't able to even finish it in our first sit down because we couldn't stop falling asleep.
It was
And
pretty slow.
then the second time, we finished it last night. And there's movies where like you would say about Tenant, you kind of can't stop thinking about it for a couple days after. You're like the ending, like da da da. When you like can't stop thinking about a movie?
You're telling me that what type of movie was like that?
No, like I had not a second thought.
Oh.
I had not a second thought about it. And this morning I woke up and I was like, was that a story that needed to be told?
Well, it's a biography, no?
It is more vignettes of Leonard's relationship with his wife. It's just kind of like their relationship through the
Who
years.
is she married to again in real life? You told me.
Mumford
Yes.
and his sons.
You didn't even clip those clips.
I know.
Not your fault, but mine.
Oh yeah, I could, huh?
It's all good. But
There's just so much
so it
singing in
was.
that episode that I was like, I don't want all the clips to be singing.
Why not? I mean, more the merrier, honestly.
We'll we'll ask the people. Is it annoying?
Oh my god.
Do you like the singing? Okay, so yeah,
It's very.
Maestro, that is my overall thought was Bradley did a good job. Well directed for the
You
most
think
part, I guess.
he just shooting for
Well
that
done.
Oscar?
I think it was very like self-indulgent.
Mm.
Like he this was like his pet project that he was super passionate about, but at the end of the day, he played the character well, but like nothing like happened the whole movie. Like
You should.
it was just like little
Now you
moans.
guys have to watch Oppenheimer
Okay.
because people are comparing Bradley's performance with Cillian's.
Just in terms of Oscar worthiness.
Yeah,
Okay.
but also like the movie itself.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many good actors
No,
in that movie.
Maestro is not. I liked like the production level, like the film that they did. Like it was beautiful. It just was like boring.
That's why I think you would like Oppenheimer because it is a movie that kind of leaves you like,
I'll watch
even though
Oppenheimer.
you know,
You'll watch Barbie, and then we'll meet up to
okay,
talk about them. Because that was the whole thing. Like Barbenheimer, they came out like the same
yeah,
weekend. It was like a
yeah,
double feature.
like the meme of that the first Spider-Man where his aunt's praying and then the Green Goblin blows up her room.
Yeah.
That's like in a theater next to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbie watchers.
Yeah. I'm just.
Also, the Billie Eilish song in that is really good.
I know.
I didn't.
I'm obsessed.
I didn't
I did that
realize
little
it until
cover.
we. I
Yeah.
don't know if we were both watching it, where she was. Shit, everything's all mixed up in my life now.
I know.
Was I
I
with you?
know.
Was I not?
I know. Did you see the music video for it? It's cute.
I didn't, but I just saw a clip. I think where she was saying all these different routes she could have
Uh
gone with
huh.
her tone.
And just the song in general.
Yeah,
I saw her interview with Zayn,
maybe that's what it was.
the Apple Music guy. Zayn
Yeah,
Lowe.
I love those
Low,
interviews.
low, love.
He's a passionate guy, genuine dude.
I love his accent.
Yeah, makes it that much better.
And did you watch Saltburn? Because you texted me asking if
I've
we
just been
did.
seeing it all over
Yeah.
the socials,
It burns.
and they're talking about everyone talks about these three scenes.
The bathtub scene,
Yeah, the grave
scene.
the
It's like y'all
end.
y'all were talking about the bathtub scene. No one warned me about the graveyard scene. It's true that, but I will say I was physically gagging at one of the scenes. Like
But it's
physically.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, I can't imagine this going this way.
I know.
But I just seen a lot. People have been really good about not spoiling it at all either. People just saying
because you would have to like really describe quite a lot of what's going on to even spoil anything. I feel.
I've just been I've been on the
It's
on the cusp of all right, I'm just gonna watch it, but
yeah,
cause
just watch it. Just watch it.
yeah, I want to
just to say that you did. Logan didn't like it.
As
I don't
just
blame
a
him.
movie on its own, or
yeah, and I don't really want to talk about it. It feels too fresh for me to like say my opinions, especially because you haven't watched it. I don't really want to like shift anyone's opinions about it.
Yeah, we'll need to both watch something that we've both
I
seen
know.
so
we can't really talk about anything.
Talk about it and update.
Yeah. We'll do
with pop culture.
I'm gonna get us a couple of these decks from this brand. I think it's Ridley something. They make these cute little quiz decks, and so I'm gonna get us like a pop culture one and a movie one, like a movie buff like quiz deck. And we'll do like a movie themed like trivia episode. Because you and I are both like movie people.
Okay, yeah. Well, I need to hop on my shit then.
Yeah.
Wait, what's today then?
Today.
I thought we were...
No. Today we're doing a bit of a sibling deep dive. We're getting to know each other a little bit better, and through that, you're getting to know us a little bit better. So I have prepared for us a little game called Best of Us.
Who's that girl?
It's us. Get it?
Yeah.
Best of Us.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come out with my own game and
You
compete.
wrote on it. Show
And
the
look at
camera.
I
Show the
drew
camera.
sibling edition. I drew clouds on the back. No, I'm not showing the
Why?
back. Looks
Maybe
like
you accidentally did.
no, it looks bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So we'll just have this in the middle of us and we'll take turns drawing like questions. And so do you want to do it like I draw and I ask you that question or I draw and I ask myself that question? Like is the
Probably
drawer
ask drawer should ask the
the other person?
yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was something else I wanted to cover before we got started, but that's it. Let's get
I
going.
think that's it.
Oh my gosh, I was like, wait, did I even put the cards in here? They're all blank. We make them up. Okay. In your opinion, who was mom and dad's favorite child growing up?
What the hell? Did you make
Sibling
these up?
edition. Sibling edition.
Did you make these up?
No, I didn't. I'll be honest.
These are all online?
I Googled
No, that's okay. I'm like, that's
questions.
good. You didn't make it up. Like, damn. Repeat the question, please.
Oh, in your opinion, who was mom and dad's favorite child growing up?
Their favorite was probably each kid when they were born.
Yeah.
But as we grew up, it's tough to say.
I know what I would say.
I mean, I would say it's similar. Their favorite growing up.
I feel like it's
It's my
I don't want to
question,
answer
bitch.
for you,
You
but
think
you're
it's
taking
me?
too long. No, I mean, I won't answer
It
for you.
was you, and then it was me.
I think that every kid
I
has
mean, probably as each one got to like
a
the
certain age.
level of I would say when every kid hit high school, maybe.
It was like when the oldest hit a point of them being able to like mentally not worry about them as much, they went down to the next kid. You know?
Yeah,
It was like me, then you, then Krista. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's
Like when she
true.
didn't worry about us and like we were off going on doing our own thing, it was like I feel like Krista was like an only child, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
I think there's been phases. I think we've all been a favorite at different times in our lives,
yeah.
depending on
I
who's
mean, it's
like
a hard
stressing them
question to
out the
ask
least
or
to
answer. I
answer.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll get the truth
We'll get the truth out of them.
because
Well,
yeah,
they'll
they'll
text
be
us.
we'll get a text at
Okay, your
this
turn.
point of the episode. Hopefully, this isn't affecting my audio
Audio.
editing. What's your favorite childhood memory of us?
Mm. It's funny because we don't have many.
That one time I took a shit. No, I'm joking.
That's so like you to say.
Go ahead.
We don't have a lot of childhood memories. And in fact, I can't really pinpoint any except maybe one.
Um.
There's like one period and it wouldn't even be
I
like
got one.
this is my favorite memory. It's just like maybe one of the only like recollections I have of just us hanging out.
Oh God, I think I know what you're gonna say.
And it was when you, me, and Dad were living in
Yup.
California
Yeah.
and we were playing with our stuffed animals, American Idol.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so we were playing American Idol with our stuffies, and
Which
I was like impersonating each judge with the stuffies. Like Paula Abdul was like my white
I
bear
think we
with
were
the
both
like
sleeping on an
purple.
air mattress, twin air
Yeah,
bed
we were on these like
mattresses.
twin air mattresses, like across from each other, playing American Idol, and like it was hysterical.
It was
I
so
remember just
funny. Till this day,
cracking up.
could probably do
I was like
a way
13,
more
and he was like,
funnier adult version.
you were like 9 or 10,
Yeah.
and I was 13 or
fourth grade, third grade.
yeah, really really funny. What were you
Well,
gonna
the
say?
same thing was it was when the Steelers were playing the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and we
Yeah.
didn't have any furniture yet because we just moved in the apartment. And it was still just us three there, and we played like tackle football, like a game of it.
Mm-hmm.
With
But it's
with
like
Subway, like because we
I
always
remember,
get
yeah,
Subway.
Subway for the Super Bowl.
But we were like playing like roughhousing with the
Yeah,
football, and like
it's just
dad
funny
was
that
playing too.
we even remember those times, and like the only memories we have are in that apartment when we were much older. Is it because
Yeah,
we were just like like different ages and just doing different things?
well, it was exactly that. Like,
Yeah.
if I mean, the only time
Only
we
time we were
had
together is like
chances to hang out,
church.
if that though, it's like
Not even hang out. It's like we're just at
it was like
church.
at the dinner table because if we were at school, we were at different schools, and then when school's over, we're at our after school shit. Like
No, exactly.
I'm going to practice for
And
football late,
I was
and
homeschooled and you
then
weren't.
everyone is doing homework.
Slash, I was going to California a lot. Like there was just tons of
Yeah, I was had to be Castaic. Um, that's the thing though too is like we didn't hang out much because we don't have that many similar interests.
no. It'd be like what would
Till
we
this day
do?
though, like yeah, I
But
mean,
even
I
when it
was all
was
about
like I could
sports.
finally drive, it wouldn't be like, "Oh, let's go to the movies." Like
Yeah, that was
you would think I
because
would
we
want
were
to do
that
something
farther
like
away
that.
though in
Yeah.
age.
And from the
Me and Christo
mall.
were a little more like that. That's why,
Yeah.
like in Oro
That's
Valley.
true. That's true.
I think it was the age
That's so
thing.
interesting.
It had to be, yeah, because
But then when
when
did
I
we
finally
even
got
like
old enough to drive, I think that's when you were in California.
right. That's true. Right.
Yeah,
And then I came back and then what? I'm like I'm trying to draw the
you
lines of
came
like
back, and then I left to California.
right, right.
I went to college. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I mean, I know that like my first prom, you took a picture with me, but
Uh-huh. I recall that I remember taking a picture with you at like a volleyball thing. I took a picture with you at your
yes,
graduation. This is like the only
I
evidence I
took a
have that
picture with
we're
you at
siblings. Just like 3 or 4 photos.
yeah. Damn,
That's so interesting.
I mean, the one time I you were tanning and then I had to scare you with a water balloon, but you stood you
Oh my
sat up at
god.
the worst time
No, this
ever.
isn't you. I love that you still somehow make it my fault. You're like,
No,
yeah,
no,
you
no.
set up at
I
the
didn't mean
worst
to hit
time.
you, but
Kaden was
it
gonna.
wouldn't have hit you in the
I
face
know.
if you didn't
It's
stand
okay.
up.
I forgave you. I
It was
forgave you.
gonna
I
hit
forgave you.
near you for sure.
Maybe.
That was the goal.
Could have hit my face still. I was
Maybe,
tanning in
yeah.
our backyard. Kaden was on the second floor balcony with a huge water
This is
balloon.
like 20 yards though. Like
He chucked it at me and I heard something. So I sat up, and in that moment that I sat up, it collided with my eye and my nose and just like that whole side of my face. Immediately was so pissed. It was in so much pain. I got like I, I'm 99% sure. Okay. I got a hairline fracture in my eye
from
socket.
there's no way.
Yeah, because I was having horrendous migraines after that and had to get
You always had a
a
migraines though.
no, but I had a MRI from after that whole
From
situation.
a water balloon?
Yeah, broke me.
I just yeeted it. I literally was just
No,
like,
I know. It
yeet.
was terrible timing.
No
That's
intention
actually
of
not the first time
accuracy.
something like that has happened. When we were younger in Mexico for Christmas, he yeeted this
We're all trying to see how
huge
far we could throw shells
shell.
into the ocean.
He yeeted this huge shell, like tried to skip it in the ocean, and it literally just hit the back of my head. Like I was standing in front of him, and he literally just threw the shell as hard
Cracks.
as he could across the back of my
Damn,
head.
dude, Rocky Point was that's crazy.
I love Rocky
Such
Point.
fond, distant
Okay,
memories.
let me pull one.
Andrea
We don't have to
Bocelli.
do all of these, but just enough to.
I mean, why not?
What do you wish more people understood about you?
Um, what do I wish more people understood about me?
Where do you feel misunderstood?
I mean, the first thing I thought of was like how I give so much energy, but people don't
Mm,
understand that when that energy's gone, it's okay to like not be like that.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
No one understands that.
No one understands that when you're not getting anything in return and your cup is empty, there's nothing left.
When there's no more energy to suck out of me,
You fucking leeches.
the way
No.
I am after that should be understood.
If you're burnt out, there should be no expectation of you to keep being people's like performance monkey.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, that was another thing. I think didn't we talk on the phone like after day one of a decadence,
No, we haven't spoken.
New Year's Eve. I
Maybe
feel like
like
I
we
called
had
you
like
on
a
my
little bit
way
to say, but
home.
via text, I don't believe that we spoke on the phone.
Yeah, no, it's always just it's weird though because I want to like you want to be the type of person that is more not mysterious but like listening, right? Not
Mhm.
talking. But
Mhm.
how do you do something like that when your like natural instinct is to just like
Fill the room
yeah,
and be yourself and be outgoing and
uh-huh.
yeah.
That's why I like being a recluse. Is that what I'm saying?
You like being a recluse?
Yeah, a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to I don't have to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
I mean that probably goes why I always like being alone. Like
Mhm. There's
I
no
some people
pressure.
probably can't even live by themselves. I think about that sometimes too.
Mhm.
I'm chilling. I thrive
Yeah.
on it. Like
I loved living
I don't know
alone.
if I'd want to be anyone's roommate. Like even if they asked me, like
Yeah. You've
that's in the
got your
past.
you
It's
know, that's the thing.
that's forever
Now that
gone.
you're on your own, like
Like the
that
only
would be
my
going
only roommate
backwards to an
ever would
extent.
have to be like my significant other in the
Yeah.
future. That's the only
Yeah.
person. And then even that, like you still need boundaries and space. You know,
Mhm.
that's a whole
Yep.
other topic. But yeah, I think just understanding that like it's okay
It's
that
okay
is
not to be okay.
exactly.
Like,
Because then it's
so
just even more frustrating.
when you get to that more low energy state because you're just like done and you're tapped out, how do others respond that make you feel like they don't understand that you're just done?
I just think
Like,
some people
Kaden,
struggle to
Kaden.
read the room,
Uh
and
huh.
very few
Name
would know
names.
that, like,
Just
very
kidding.
few. I mean, even like this weekend when I was just, there was like a point where I started feeling weird and I was like, I can't do this. I'm overstimulated. People like, I, it's just so hard to describe, but some people can just read me, right? Like, it's so
Mhm.
easy to read someone
Mhm.
in some senses. Some people do struggle with it, but I mean, body language,
Yeah.
maybe how they're
It's like
acting
emotional
now.
intelligence.
Perfect. Yeah, right there.
Boom.
And
Some people lack
some
that.
people just will just leave me act like nothing changed, right?
Yeah.
They'll just leave me be, like, not, like, I guess, put attention to it or, like
Mhm. Not draw attention to it.
and
Let you fade
I'm
into the
trying to, like,
background.
have this explained not in just a party or going out or a show setting, you
Yeah.
know? But that's hard
But that's like
because
where you're exerting that energy and where people have that expectation of you.
I guess so. But where else would that
I mean, because the
what other
pregame,
example of a
you're
setting
not
like
burnt
that?
out yet.
Something like that, though. I'm just trying to see where else
Sports?
I
Sports games?
sports, huh?
Less of an expectation on you to be the entertainment.
Like, at
You
a
go to a
live
baseball
sporting
game?
event?
Yeah, like Diamondbacks game. Do you only feel that way at festivals, clubs, bars?
Maybe.
Well, that's something to reflect on, perhaps.
But then there was 2 guys that
Is
I
it
was with.
specific people or is it the place or is it the people?
That's a good question.
Because maybe like see if it's reoccurring with like literally one or two people,
Or if
and
it's,
it's
like,
like
the place I'm
okay,
at, you're saying?
right. If it's your environment or if it's specific peers,
Or is that something I can control?
you can control who you spend time with
No,
and
no,
where
no,
you
like, how
go.
much energy I'm exerting? Because sometimes maybe it's just me balls to the wall, and that's why there's a crash.
But the problem that you have is that people are not allowing you to just like crash.
Yeah.
That's and that's not within your control. But I guess the thing you can control is just not be bothered by it and like don't give in if other people are expecting more from you. Don't give them more just because they want it.
Mhm.
And I guess
Blessing and a kiss.
practicing boundaries in that sense, like with yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Your turn.
Should've just
Should have been like a butt basket or
I
something,
just
but
dumped it all on the
bitch.
uh, what is something cringe, underlined,
Oh my god. I'm glad I got
that you've
this.
done that haven't what?
Let
That
me read it.
haven't
My handwriting is not good. This is embarrassing. Give it to me.
oh, that haunts you
Yes.
to this day.
Yes. And it's funny because we had talked about last episode. I was like, oh, we should do a whole episode on like cringe
I mean, I
things.
know
Because there
exactly
was
what
one thing I had done
I
that was
hope
so cringe.
you're
You don't
thinking
even know
about.
what it is, what I'm going to
What?
say. So now I'm like, what are you going to say that I've done that's
I have
cringe?
2 words. Expo mark. That's it.
That is like honestly 11 years old, me like painting my
That's,
face with
like,
expo
typical though,
markers, doing photo shoots in my backyard pool with my mom. No big deal. But
That's, like, a given for that age though,
that's like a given for that age. Yeah. You do that with your girls,
You're
you do it with your
exploring
mom. Yeah.
adventure.
And you feel like creative. Like I wanted so badly at 11 to like be and feel creative because I didn't really feel like I was. So I wanted to like
Look at you
see
now.
what I could do, creatively. In my defense,
It's
like
different for sure.
I didn't do the like expo marker makeup. My mom did. And that's why I
Oh,
looked like a
that's all.
clown. Because mom, her
Mysterious
strong suit is
mysterious
not
jungle girl.
like cutting our hair growing up. Like she didn't cut the hair. Like dad did the haircuts, and it's just funny.
Mm,
What was I gonna say?
yeah.
Most cringe thing that I've done that I thought about recently, was freshman year of college. I was 19,
U
or am
of
I
A.
18? I think I'm
You're
18.
18 because we both graduated
U of
early.
A, there was this improv troupe that would perform in a theater at the U of A on Tuesday nights. And so I would go. And the main guy who I felt like was really good, and I didn't remember his name, but it just popped into my head, his like full name.
This
The
was at
main
this
guy was really good.
in the student union, right?
It
There's like a
was
small
in the
theater in it.
theater. Is it Gallagher Theater in the student union? That sounds
Okay.
right.
Yeah, wow.
Um,
That sound right.
so yes, would go every week. Thought he was very cute, thought he was very talented. Found him on Facebook. Okay. I should have asked around, like maybe other people's opinions, but I wasn't getting, attention from college boys. My modest, shyness wasn't reeling him in. So
Molly Mormon.
yeah, I DM'd this man,
Bold.
a very bold and what I thought was like a humorous comedy message, like funny. Hey, like you don't know me, but I like watch you every I stalk you every week. Kind of like a weird, funny, not funny, awkward message, like a paragraph long, unfortunately. This man is gay.
Oh shit. That's not that cringe though.
Yes, it is. Because he was like, look at this. Like showing people like
Yeah,
I think about this. Like he was so obviously gay. I told Ryan, I slid into his DMs. He was like, he's gay. Like, what are you talking about? I was
your
like,
gaydar is
why
off.
did I not ask you, like my gay best friend, to like if this was a good idea? No, but I think about that sometimes. Just the fact that that message it exists out there makes me uncomfortable. Like things that
Somewhere
I
deep
can't
in the
take back.
archives.
Things that I can't take back. There are things out there that I can't take back that exist, and that's just one of them, but it just is really unfortunate. Do you have any that you can think of
I
for
mean,
yourself?
when we brought it up last time, I think I had one. I mean, cringe. Oh, like he's probably like DMing Michaela Maroney, like, hey, oh my god, it's my birthday. I'm
Yeah.
like just going way too hard. Like, I'm such a huge fan. Like, I think you're so cute, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh,
Like that's going to be intriguing for
yeah,
her
like
to like,
this. Oh, she's
oh,
gonna
this
love
guy's
this.
cute. Yeah.
Look, hoes gonna
Hoes are going to
love
love
this.
this. Exactly. Why is that so embarrassing?
Um,
I've also in high school, I got asked out by a guy a year older than me, and I didn't think he was that attractive, but I think it was the fact that he was a year older than me. I was a sophomore, he was a junior, like that felt cool.
girls love that.
Girls love that shit. So we were gonna go to a movie, and I think my like parents were coming. Like I think it was like
Mm,
a double date with my parents, which wasn't the first time I had to do that in high school. Um, but I wanted to show off to one of my friends in high school who was like a frenemy vibe. And so I sent this super long paragraph. Oh my God, so and so asked me out. I am so excited. He is so cute. Like basically bragging, right? Like it wasn't because I was thrilled.
Mm.
I was just like, Look at this upperclassman. He asked me out, yada, yada." I sent it to him. I sent this paragraph
I
to
was gonna say,
him.
I was about to say, like, that happens, like, when you're talking mad shit about someone, you send a text to that
Yes.
person
I
or a
sent this
screenshot. Have you ever done that?
thrilled,
Send a
lovey.
screenshot to the
Yes.
person?
Yes, I have. That makes your heart go into your butt in ways that.
I remember one time I did that, like, my excuse was like, "I'm just showing you how stupid you look." Like, "Don't you see what you just said?" Like, oh my god.
I'm trying to think
I forget
about
if it worked or
I'm
not.
trying to think about what is my excuse when that happens? Like, I've done that for sure to like Patrick Casey.
Mm,
I remember like sending him and him being like, "Lol, what?" And it's like, what do you say at that point? Do you lie?
god,
Do you say, "Oh, I
that
was
was a
just gonna
problem with,
send to so
like,
and so"?
kids, like, the way we grew
So
up
bad.
and the evolution of technology.
Yeah.
I mean, just, like, our parents didn't have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
What,
And
they
that was another thing that I would said to you, like another episode we should do is like things our ancestors like
yeah,
do not understand because I thought of the phrase shitting bricks. And they'd just be like,
like,
"What are you talking
ancestors,
about?"
like, how far long ago?
Even
I
just
mean, even our parents.
two, three,
Well, our
one
parents,
generation
when
away.
our parents were our age, and if we told them something now,
They'd be like, "I don't know. They went to Tijuana and club, so
yeah,
I
which is
think that they
so
did more
weird
than they let
when they
on.
were 18.
I think that they pretend."
Yeah, that's what's so weird too. Like
Like
them leaving the
you
church,
were
they're still
allowed
they're still
to
some mysterious
no,
sometimes. You listening,
mom
mystery
and
people?
dad. No, there's some gaps
I'm
in their
like, you
history
want
they
your
need to
kids,
fill.
and we are, I would say, pretty vulnerable and open,
Honest.
honest.
I think we're all
Maybe
very honest.
weren't in the past, right? When you're in high school and you're
I
saying you're on your
was.
way, but you're still at your parents' house. You're like, I swear
Yeah,
I'm
that was
coming
you.
home soon. Oh my god, I was so bad at that.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I was so bad at that.
but you never
Be
got in
home by
trouble.
11. Not like you would have.
Double standard.
Yeah, I
That'll
don't
be
think
its own episode.
I didn't get.
I'm just kidding.
Oh gosh,
I forgot how we got here.
curfews, dude.
How did we
Cringe.
get here? How did we get out?
What's what? How about we just both answer the question since they're
Fine.
you need to answer the one way people won't misunderstand about you or you wish they understood.
um,
I'm just filling the space right now.
um,
So people.
in what ways do I feel misunderstood? This is a tough question. I feel like you answered it pretty quick.
Well, I just thought about maybe it's not like, gosh, sometimes coffee
I need more
gives me
coffee. I'm so
frogs,
sad.
but it was like the first thing that kind of popped in my head. Not really what I'm not understood about. I mean, I guess there could be many things.
Well, in high school, I mean, the thing that I struggled with most growing up was feeling like just so painfully shy and insecure, and how that's kind of like an off putting energy for people. And so I felt like I was getting a reputation for being not nice or a bitch or being like conceited or thinking I'm like too good for other people because I just didn't really talk to anybody.
Damn,
And I struggled with
we
that in
had
high
such
school.
different
No, I know. I
experiences.
know.
I feel like I had to be that guy, like student council, the
Yes.
DJ,
Varsity
student body, vice
volleyball.
president, varsity all 4 years.
Yes, exactly.
Didn't go to
Uh-huh.
parties, or I mean, I didn't do that either, but
No, I
people
didn't.
knew me. Like I was never invited because they knew I was gonna go or drink or anything, which is so funny now.
I was probably just like the quiet, like theater girl, you know?
Quiet high
Quiet theater
school.
girl.
I can see that too, though. I was definitely
I
I think
just
I was
didn't
pretty
have a lot of friends I
insecure
could trust
in
in
the
high
sense of
school.
like really cared what people thought about me.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like we were both doing things out of caring what people thought about us, but in opposite ways. You were like being bigger and I was like being smaller, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You were like, "I will perform." And I also was like, "I will perform."
Quietly.
But I'll do it my way.
What's that? Is that a Frank Sinatra?
I don't know. Is it
I
my turn? I think
did
it's
it
mine.
my
Oh yeah.
way.
That just makes me think of the gorillas singing in George the Jungle. They sing that at the end. He's like wearing a
You're
suit and like
lying.
got a piano, the main monkey.
What the
Da
fuck?
da 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 da.
That's funny.
What's your love language?
Physical touch and quality time for sure.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about gifts.
It's nice every now and again, but I
I
think that
but
go
someone to
ahead.
spend. I think everyone. I don't know why people would want at least their top two. One of them to be quality time because
Yeah.
that is the one thing no one can get. Or
You can't like replace quality
that's what I
time.
mean.
It's
Get back.
irreplaceable. I mean, right, right. Sure.
I mean, there's
Sure. You
no.
can always give
It's
gifts.
priceless. Like
It's a good point. Acts of service has become more important at this age. It didn't really matter to me. I was
makes
like, I could do
sense.
everything I need on my own, but now that I like need more help in life,
Uh huh. Yeah. True.
when life gets harder, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I can see that.
This service is really doing it for me.
I can see that
Um,
evolving too over time. Like
yeah,
if I were ever in a relationship for a long time, it's the little things of just their acts of service. Like even if it's something little, like I don't know,
hmm
like he doesn't ask you, but he brings you like your Taco Bell order home after
right.
work,
Like he
and he didn't
doesn't.
say
I
anything.
didn't have to tell him what I
No,
would want. He just was like,
something like that.
he
It's
knew.
like
Yeah, little things like that are nice.
no, like he's still up to date,
Uh huh.
still thinking of
He
you like
knows
that.
my yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, like, and that is the thing that's so nice. Those are small things that when they happen frequently enough, it's like that's. I mean, that's why it's called love
There are big
languages. That's
things.
how you like show someone you love them. That is the big. Yeah, it makes up the big things. But I'm also like quality time and physical touch. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
do them
Cancer.
all. Can't.
Trying to get the bag, but
No, go for it.
wow.
Don't show
Oh, whoops.
people the cloud titties.
That's what I
I
thought
drew on
too.
his fucking bag. Whatever.
Funny. What's your hidden talent?
None of them are hidden.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, I can vibrate my eyeballs,
Yeah. That's
and
true.
I discovered that at such a young
Do you want to do it real
age.
quick in that one?
I'll try.
We'll get a nice zoom in.
Unfortunately, I kind of have to cross my eyes to do it. It's kind of embarrassing, but did it go? Okay.
There.
You'll have to watch the YouTube to see it.
Yeah, I went.
It'll be worth it. What's your hidden talent?
I forget. I used to say one like because this is kind of a question you get asked
Yeah.
like in high school and shit. Or
Like when you think you're going to grow up to be a celebrity and you prepare all these questions for when you get onto a red carpet and you're asked these questions and you have to have them ready to go.
um, hidden talent. That's.
You're not very talented.
I mean, everything's like through.
You actually like are a pretty good singer. Like in terms of like you're not tone deaf.
I guess
You can carry a note. Can you beatbox?
maybe
Can you rap?
no.
Hmm. Hidden. You can give back massages with your body weight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Can just like walk
Oh
up
my
and
gosh.
down, cracks it real good.
Yeah, I don't
Cooking.
know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
We'll come back to
We'll come
that
back to
if I
that.
ever
Is it
do.
my I think it's my turn. Were you ever a bully in school
Not,
or to
I
your
don't think
friends?
intentionally, but I definitely had moments of
Mm.
like overly picking on someone.
Mm-hmm.
But I was definitely bullied a bit, but I don't think I was like ever like physically beaten up or
Yeah.
it was just that I mean how I am now, like I guess outgoing and stuff, like
Mm-hmm.
explosive in it in activity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then my teeth for sure. Pretty fucked up teeth.
Oh, yeah.
That or, gosh, I'm trying to think when I was like a kid. But not too much. It was just most of the teeth, and then being so sensitive about it, and then
Mm,
caring. I mean,
pussy.
yeah.
Yeah. Take you back.
Or yeah, just like really, or just really mama's boy. So like, where if I felt uncomfortable somewhere, like I really wanted just like mom to come pick me up or something, you know.
Mm-hmm. Make me a bagel.
And then if I like, oh my god, if I could, yeah, I think I was just intuitive to people around me a lot growing up as a kid that I definitely should have been hanging out with some people.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel comfortable. And like now you look back now, it's like, well, fuck yeah, like leave then, right?
Yeah. You should have
But
been
once
in
you're
like
like,
control.
everyone's just trying to be cool.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why. What's the pressure? Where's that? Is that just a society?
Yeah, that's just you not wanting to
American
stand out in the
society
wrong way.
for all kids.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish when I have a kid, I can just fucking get it through their brain that like,
Be cool.
just be,
I'm
no,
just
you
kidding.
just
I'm kidding.
don't care.
Yeah, I know.
But you have
But you
to.
have to build their confidence and independence from a young age.
Yeah,
That's like
that's
the
true.
building
That's a
blocks
good
of
point.
that is building up their self-confidence.
And it's not like we had that opportunity.
I mean, hard to pinpoint. It's hard to think back
It is because you just
on
fucking push it
childhood.
away.
Well, there's also just like you kind of just take the high level stuff, tuck that away in your memory, little things that stood out to you. You don't really remember everything. You
That's a good
just
point.
remember the aftermath,
Uh-huh. That's a good point.
the effect. Is it your turn or
What
mine?
was the
Oh, was
question?
I ever a bully? Let me see. There was one girl in like fourth or second grade that I was mean to for absolutely no reason. And that was just, it was sort of like testing to see if it would work, you
Mm,
know? Like you're second grade, you're just kind of like feeling it out socially.
I see what
And
you're
so
saying.
she, for just like, she wanted too badly to be my friend. And it felt annoying. And it felt like, you're clinging on to me. I don't know. So we were like digging in the sand, and I don't know why this is so vivid. She told everyone her dad was Papa John's, and
Better
I might have
pizza,
believed her. I might have
better
believed her,
ingredients.
and maybe he like just like worked at Papa John's, but like she thought he was the Papa John. And her name was Sarah, and there was just this time on the playground we were playing together, and for no reason I was like, "Why are you playing with me? I don't like you." No, literally, and she just like got up and like walked away, like sad. And I never was like, "Oh, haha, like just kidding." Even though that's like kind of how I felt, like just kidding about it. But I just was like,
Damn.
"Why are you here?" Similar energy that I would pass down to Krista at like a certain age when she was like
Oh God.
always wanting to play with me, and like I'd be like, "Okay, let's play office. I'm the boss. You work for me. Like take notes and follow me around."
That's the weird thing too with siblings. Like, just like you find reasons to get mad for,
It's just like I don't like you and I don't know why.
or like if I like there was just, oh gosh, I don't know where it stems from, but like if I discovered a song or something and like I showed it to her, like it was like such a um like such a
Annoyance?
power trip of like, oh
Mm.
no, I found it or something like that, you
Yes,
know, like,
yes. Like it can't be your favorite song.
or exactly, yeah.
Like, no, no, no,
No,
no, no, no. This is my
you
identity.
don't even know who, like,
You don't
yeah, or
even
just
appreciate this
testing
artist.
them, yeah,
Yeah.
name 3 songs.
Right. Jordan would do that to me a lot.
But why? I'm just
Because
wondering.
because kids don't have any power. And so it's like one person that you have the slightest bit of power and perceived control over. It's like
Yeah.
I was getting bullied by Jordan, so I bullied Krista. We just skipped over you because you were never home. You know what I mean?
I mean, I kinda, yeah, I mean, me and Krista would get into it for sure. Like,
Really?
we would swing at each other, yeah.
Really?
It was,
Oh,
like,
Jordan
always
and
it
I
was always,
definitely
like,
hit each other.
punches like this, though, like, never
Uh-huh.
fist, but, like, right there.
Oh my. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what that's like.
But, like,
On the
on the
side.
arm,
Yeah.
yeah, until, like, one of us starts crying, and then
And then
it's
it's
kinda
like,
like seeing when you're, like, wrestling with your friends, like, you actually hurt the other one
and then
too
they're
bad,
like,
and then you pretend like it hurt you too, like, "Ah,
so you don't get in as
you
much trouble.
okay?" Yeah. Like, you start holding a body part, like, uh,
I need.
especially like if you're at a sleepover and you
Uh,
do it at their place.
and you don't want their parents to get involved or like
Uh-uh.
anyone to be like, who hit who?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, kid
It's just so
dynamics are
happy
weird.
to,
I'm just so glad to be an adult.
yeah.
Kid stuff is hard.
Going through that, so much trials and tribulations.
Trials, tribs.
What is your biggest worry right now and why?
Where do I begin? um,
The list goes
well,
on.
the current thing worrying me is how much there is to do for the wedding that is now in like a month. And I'm realizing how much there is to do. And my florist has ghosted me for like the last month. And that has me panicked because people book their florist like 7 or 8 months out. And I'm like, we have 30 days. And I haven't heard
I know I
anything.
can't believe I have to memorize some shit.
You'll have a script, you'll have a folder. You can
Aren't
look
I using the
down.
iPad, right?
No.
What?
I bought you like a black leather thing that you open and it's got like the marriage license in it and a
Wow.
script. It's official.
That's gonna
It's
be
going to be
so weird.
exciting. It'll be so much fun. But yeah, we
Finally,
just
though.
the fact that I haven't heard from the florist and I've sent her like 4 emails in the last like couple weeks, like that gives me beyond anxiety. Like I'm not okay.
Yeah,
And I've reached out to a couple for backup and I haven't heard anything. And I'm like, what is it with wedding vendors that are taking so long to respond? This isn't the first like
maybe they're so
vendors.
busy.
And I understand it was like Christmas and then New Year's. People are taking like pretty much that whole time off. So I'm trying to be chill, but it's like, it's a month away and you haven't even given me like the quote.
Hmm.
Like, hello. Anyways, so that's stressing me. Other than that, also the cost of like daycare
You
and
been
like
thinking about it?
something or like a preschool. Literally, there's a preschool.
Wait,
The best preschool in
preschool is when
Phoenix.
she's 4, though, right?
You could be two, even less than that.
Might as well.
There's a preschool, like the best preschools in Paradise Valley, and they are like waitlisted beyond. Like you would have to be pregnant right now to get your kid in when they turn 1 to get in.
That's the wait list?
Like that's what the wait list is looking like. Like we're waitlisted up to 2 years old.
But
Like
you waitlisted, though?
I mean, I'm gonna check out the cost. We're gonna go do a
But, I
tour,
mean, we
but
could
there's some
hope
really
that
cool.
once I mean, you don't have
It's
to
on a
pay anything once you're on
farm.
the
It's
wait
a
list.
farm, and they do like they cook them healthy snacks every day, and like a commercial kitchen, and they learn farm stuff.
In Paradise Valley?
Mm-hmm.
There's
It's
farms
like a
out
little
there.
farm area. Yeah,
Like, a lot.
yeah. Like maybe that's where I go.
There's
Just
a
kidding. Cannot afford the
mature
zip code.
landscape.
I know. North Central Phoenix, there's a mature landscape too.
Uh-huh.
But all right, what's the
Just gotta get
next?
out.
What's is that yours or is that mine?
Oregon. This was yours, but I think my biggest worry right now, I mean, just simple things.
You're a simple man.
Financials a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
spending habits via alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
which has been my kryptonite.
But it's like it was New Year's Eve, so
Yeah, I've
maybe we
never. This is
can.
not one where I've been like, I have so much fucking regret.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just funny because there's always something new,
Mm-hmm.
like this mammoth snowboard trip,
Yeah.
which would be definitely
What I think the issue is that you don't have any like short term saving goals. So it's like you just have like, oh, I have this huge goal of like paying off debt or whatever you want to save for. That's sort of
but I
like
think
far away to obtain.
yeah.
You need more short, like quick wins
Mm.
to like give you something to look forward to.
Or like those buckets you talk about
Yeah.
on Alley,
Mm-hmm.
using those for like these small things. Like if I know something that's in 3
Right.
months, like all right,
Short term savings, a
this is
long
what you
term
need to get
savings,
to.
an emergency savings.
And yeah, and then not doing that is completely my fault. Like there's no excuse. It's not like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I don't have a consistent schedule or consistent income.
It's
No,
like just
but
tuck away a percentage
yeah,
every time you work.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I mean, with the snowboard trip, it's like I mean, there's I can vent about it. And
We can talk
you
about
can
it.
give me
We'll talk about it later.
advice after. But
Okay.
yeah, maybe my slight weight gain, but like you said, I've gotten
Like we're
more
just
muscular. So
right. Well, there you go.
no, it's just weird. I feel like I look like the same I have, but then You don't.
No, yeah,
But it's such gradual change.
I know.
And I don't realize that my consistency over these years is like going upward, you know?
Right. Look at
Oh,
even
sorry.
just like when
Doing, doing, doing.
I'm just even trying to think like 5 years ago or like when I was in Sonoran Vista, just how
Uh,
different you looked then. That was like not a good time for any three of us. Like that was just like when Logan was like deciding, do I hold on to the hair I have left or do I shave my
oh,
head? And like shaving his head is the best thing he's ever done. I can't imagine.
yeah.
I cannot.
It's weird how like just your head of hair can be
But that was before he had
empowering.
facial hair. So it was like bald for the first time. So it was also like his scalp was like pale because it had never seen the light of day. And then like no like baby face like facial hair.
I remember it. And then like no
That was
contacts, right? No glasses
such a
either.
scary time. It was his old glasses, his square ones,
Oh,
not the rounded like
I
lens.
don't even remember.
Yeah, exactly. When is the last time you felt insecure?
Hmm. About 2 minutes ago. Uh, I mean, maybe at festivals sometimes it happens. There's sometimes you have weird moments. You kind of just like you get in your head, right? Because usually you're outside of your head. You're just like, everything's so
Mhm.
great. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. And I didn't tell you, but the all weekend I had these girls do two what are the braids called when
French
they're no
braids?
the other ones that are outside like
Fishtail braids?
no ones that like for the
Dutch braids?
yes thank you.
Okay.
I had two Dutch braids going right here, and then I had two ponytails, just like
Okay.
curly
Yeah.
ponytails.
Piggy
And I
tails.
got yeah, everyone was loving it, but I wasn't insecure about that at all, obviously, because I had a really I don't care attitude. But
Mhm.
sometimes you do get in your head, and you just feel like everyone's looking at you, like why are you dancing like that?
Mhm. You just suddenly become aware.
But I feel like my insecurities now don't have anything to do with what I do or how I look, which is most of the time what most people
Mhm.
struggle with. I don't know. What do you think I'm insecure about? I feel like you have a better outside perspective
You are insecure
of like
of people like
commitment.
I mean, maybe you have some commitment fears. Maybe that's a separate thing. It's hard to say. Insecure is like kind of a strong word too. You get insecure if someone doesn't like you. Like if
Yeah.
someone straight up doesn't like you, you're like, why? You're like, how can I work and do everything in my power to get back to at least like
A
a
base
neutral
level.
place?
Yeah. I think that's one thing I struggle with.
You like
Having to have
it's
everyone
not okay if people
not
don't like you.
at
Yeah.
least
Yeah.
not like or at least just
Have
tolerate.
just a mutual respect at the yeah, tolerate.
Which
Yeah.
is kind of why serving can be a bitch sometimes. If I have one table get off on me,
Yeah.
it's you just gotta just not
Brush it off.
care.
Yeah. That's tough. That
It's
is
a
tough.
learning experience for sure. All growth.
Yeah. Um, some for me right now, I'm kind of trying to figure out how I want to use my portfolio and my like skills that I've advertised. You know, I've talked about this like design, photography, creative direction, consultation. Just trying to figure out where I want to position myself. So I'm like researching all of the other agencies
Uh-huh.
locally. And so like in comparison, I'm just like they're already like doing it.
Like, am I doing the right thing?
Why am I even like trying to climb up this ladder when people are already at the top of it? Or
Oh,
farther along. I'm like, is that
but
what I
would it
want to
be a
keep
ladder
doing?
to climb?
Only if I'm trying to like grow a business. But if I just kind of want to stay freelance, like just kind of take a couple things as they come forever, then like it doesn't matter. But if I actually want to try and compete in this landscape and actually get good clients and the good thing is a lot of them have become so expensive so I could position myself more affordably because I don't have as big of a team. But yeah, that's like my insecurity is like my skill set. Like I'm not as good a photographer as like the best photographers. I'm not as good as this. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just like I'm insecure with
Comparison.
like where I am in my career.
The thief of joy.
Yeah.
But
so
kind of following up
lacking.
on that, I think this it's funny because 'cause we're not even making money off of this, but this is the one thing I've, like, not been insecure about, like or been
Which is
questioning,
funny
like,
because we're literally putting like unfiltered thoughts out there. Like
That's a
you would
good
think that
thing.
would be a thing to be insecure about.
We're not re yeah, that's a good point.
I haven't been insecure about it though. Cuz like
The
I
only thing
actually
is the
don't care.
no, exactly. And
I know who I
everything you kinda
am.
question, like, "Oh, should we even be doing this?" It's like, not like a serious thought of that even
Yeah.
has crossed my mind. It's more so
But it's like
just
it's so fun. Like sometimes every now and again I'll have the thought of like, is this can we sustain this like long term, you know? But then when we like are doing it, I'm like, there's literally like no reason that I can think of not to.
yeah.
It's not that difficult, even not getting paid to do this. Like it's not that difficult to where it's taking
And
away
the
from my life in any way.
whole, yeah, true. And the whole, like, beginning of this was, I mean, simply just because we wanted to.
Mhm.
There was no, like, greed or drive
Driven like,
for
yeah.
I mean, why not?
I mean, it was like every time we would have a long conversation for like an hour, like be silly or funny, and be like, we should have recorded that into a
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
And now we are. Do we want to do any more questions? Where are we with our
We're good
time?
with time. We can do a couple more or maybe one
Let's
more.
do one more. I will just draw. Oh my god, is there one more? There's one
Oh
more
my gosh.
meant to
Best of
be.
Us coming to an end.
How could I have been a better sibling growing up to end it?
Ooh, better sibling growing up. Maybe sorry about that space cap. Maybe just more supportive,
Okay.
more yeah,
Supportive in what way? And I guess at what time?
I mean, probably the only times we were together. Castaic was fine, but maybe like coming back after that, Cienega Park,
Mm-hmm.
just being more of a homie. But there's no way I could have just because of how, I guess, naive and immature I was, you know?
Mm-hmm. Are you saying, wait, there's no way you could have what? Because you're saying I could have been more supportive, but then you're saying there's no way
There's
I.
no way I could have just been like, I guess, more of a friend, right? It's
Uh
more of like
huh.
a homie.
Yeah.
But I think I was just so wrapped up of what I needed to do, what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
and
Well, as was I. Yeah.
feeling like naive and uh this sense of like innocence or afraidness
Mm-hmm.
of like getting in trouble with mom and dad or like
Mm-hmm.
always wanting to make sure that they like me, right? Not wanting to
Mm-hmm.
disappoint
You
them.
wanted to always be like on their good side.
Exactly, yeah. So maybe there's sometimes obviously that
Mm-hmm.
I could have been on your good side, but I chose the opposite.
Yep.
But again, like there's no way. I mean that
I
I
had
didn't have
very
the
little
tools.
expectations of you. Like, especially me being the older one too. It's like
I mean, I
anything
had
that
no
you
clue.
did or didn't do was so inconsequential and had such little effect on my life that it was like there's nothing you could have like done more or less that would
I
have
guess that's a good point too.
changed anything.
We were too far apart where you're right, you're right. Like what if I don't know.
To an extent, I feel like mom and dad were also trying to keep like all of the siblings equally liking each other as well. So I felt like to an extent we were like not allowed to be closer than like other siblings. Not allowed, but
Huh.
like at the dinner table if you and I would be like
Oh.
laughing, we'd get in trouble
Yeah.
because other siblings would feel left out, you know?
Interesting. Oh, yeah, I see what you're
So to an extent,
saying.
I feel a little bit like our friendship was stifled just a little bit growing up
Limited.
because they didn't want us to be super tight knit and then it'd be a problem with the other siblings.
which is so weird. Yeah, that's a good point. Trying to keep the level playing
Mhm.
field. So, but that in itself
But that only
is
affects things while we're all living in the house together.
yeah,
Like after high school, it's like that
which is
all
such a
goes
long
to
time ago.
yeah, so long ago. But I think that that
But that kind of makes sense
plays a
though.
role.
Even that role was still even when we were outside of the house. If someone was in the house,
Uh-huh.
that was still managed.
Yes, exactly. The expectations, I guess, were the
Yeah,
same.
but it's weird because it's like, why not anyone else?
Uh-huh.
We were the only ones trying.
Yeah.
It's
I
not like
just think
Jordan
that
was
you
trying
and
to
I
get
like
buddy buddy, you know?
well, Jordan and I like literally didn't get along from the second
Yeah,
I
but
was
like even
born,
with
but
me, it's not like he tried to
yeah,
like, oh, let's go play catch or I don't know.
I just felt yeah, I think you and I just like felt telepathically like we're the same, you know?
Uh huh.
And like we didn't need to like say anything, I guess. But
But
we
that's what's
also
interesting though is it was so difficult because every single one of their kids had their own different, not even upbringing, but they had their own interests and path. Like,
personality, path,
yeah, where you see sometimes you see like these
siblings that
quote
are
unquote picture perfect siblings. Yeah, like
yeah,
all three
like
of
so
them or four of
similar.
them. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
or they hung out a lot, I guess, growing up. But I
Mhm.
mean, given, I guess maybe that's why it's important to plan age gaps of your kids.
Mhm.
Not that like it's necessary, but
It's so hard to
it's all
plan and predict
chance too,
their
right?
personalities.
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. Because you and me are farther apart than me and Jordan, and you and I are closer than Jordan and I.
yeah,
Do you know what I
but
mean?
yeah,
But again, personality is like most to do with that.
yeah, that's the biggest part. But how is that developed and created? You know, I mean, it
Like
just
it's
is it
literally
is
nature and
yeah,
nurture. Like you're
yeah,
born
yeah,
with
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit of it, and then you're raised with a little bit of it, and then the
Born with
way
some of it.
your choices, yeah, it all is in
Nature,
like
nurture.
a
Yeah,
little
you're so right. It's a good way
pot.
to put on it. I like that.
I like
But
that.
yeah, that's a good point. I don't think I could have.
I don't know that we could have done more. But there's just that one this one instance that I know of where you weren't the homie, but
Yeah, I know.
we don't need to talk about it.
But
But it doesn't like it just
still
so
wanted to
doesn't
live
matter
with
now.
me.
It so
No, it,
doesn't like affect us now.
and I think that stage of our life compared to when we moving in is like
So different.
astronomical of a
You were
growth,
so
you
young
know,
too
though.
still. Like
Yeah, but me moving here and then like
right.
the growth we all had, like even Logan, all three of
Through
us.
COVID.
But even before that, right? Like we
Yeah.
had what 2 years before COVID, and then COVID, and
No,
then
you moved in 2019. You literally moved in the summer before COVID.
yikes,
Yeah. So
damn,
we had just like the summer, the
it's a
fall.
big shift.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's only been up
Yeah.
from there. I think, yeah, honestly,
Mhm. Fun
and same
times.
thing with this.
And now at least we have an excuse to see each other once a week at
Yeah,
least.
right.
Because even before we did this, even after you moved out, like I wouldn't see you that often still. Like it's not like you and I. It's funny. You and I don't make plans. We never, ever.
Well, it's hard. No, this is the reason though. It's because
What would we
if
do?
you're free, you're with Logan, right? Like that's just
What if
you.
and if Logan's at work, I'm with Sienna.
Even before the kid though, like the child.
Yeah.
It's like if you guys have any free time, it's your time, which
Mhm.
is like
It's just so
that's just
fun.
how it is. It's not a bad thing.
Yes, but you should come over for dinner sometime. I've lately been making enchiladas like how we used to have growing up, like
Oh
the
yeah,
refried beans with the
with the
sauce. But I've been doing
sauce.
with the little Christmas sauce, like the
Yeah,
gazoots
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
verde.
Shit.
Delish. With chicken?
Are you trying to do it like a flower child or whatever?
No, I just do my own. But I do like a cilantro onion on top and like
Classic.
classic delicious chicken enchiladas. You should come over
Down.
for dinner. Because you have some days off.
I always have the weekends off, but again,
Oh, weekends, yeah.
that's your week.
Don't come over
That's
on
you
a
and
weekend.
Logan.
Yeah, exactly.
But
It's going to be okay.
it's gonna be okay.
And on that note, thank you all for supporting us.
Yeah.
Please rate and review, but only if it's 5 stars.
It's not just DM me.
Keep it to yourself.
We'll have a chat.
DM him, slide into his DMs, and he'll Get it back up to 5 stars. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you follow us on Instagram, leave a little okay emoji in the comments so that we know who listens all the way through
Oh
and is a
yeah,
real homie.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is a
who's
bestie.
actually
We should
finishing?
call our listeners besties, like best of kin,
Besties
like
of the
bestie.
kins.
Besties of kin.
Did
Ooh.
we just do something?
No.
I know.
Okay. Thank you. If you want to show your support in any other way, you can sponsor our coffee if you feel so inclined. Otherwise, we will see you next Tuesday. Get it?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Haven't you ever heard that? See you next Tuesday.
I don't get it.
See
Oh,
you.
yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
That's so funny. Someone told me that at work. Like, oh, I have a see you next Tuesday, and they're like, what? And it took me a while.
That's funny.
I want to say it so bad.
Keep it
Close
in,
your
keep it
ears,
in,
mom.
keep
Close your
it in.
ears.
No.
All right. On that
Okay, on
note,
that note,
bye.
bye.